What's up, my Archfiends of Chaos? This is your King of the Night, Vince Valentine EX Turk, and I'm wearing this nice Imperial Pimp jacket, which I just created 2 jackets. So, I love jackets and coats, which I have a huge fascination of those 2 things. So, like I said, if anyone also wants to, donate coats or jackets to me, that's pretty cool. I collect them. But anyways, instead of talk about collection, let's get to the Final Fantasy topic at hand. And I got me a Heineken Monster Energy Drink 7-Up mix here. I don't know what you would call it. Give it a name in the comments below. Now let's talk about the future of Final Fantasy 15 DLC. Now we got a while until episode Ignis comes out. That's going to come out in December. So it's going to be Christmas time of next year before episode Ignis. So this is why I wanted to discuss this topic, wearing a nice jacket, to discuss a nice topic of the future of Final Fantasy 15's DLC. Now, I was wrong, and I'm gonna apologize about one thing. I was wrong about Final Fantasy 15's life dying in October. It seems games next year. It seems games have longer lifespans, especially if you're doing it this way, since people are now trying to anticipate everything that's going to happen episode Ignis and want a full trailer. It's already building up hype, so it looks like we might even got another year of Final Fantasy 15, which maybe they're doing this also the fact that, Final Fantasy 7 Remake's probably not going to come out like possibly next year. We don't know. We just got the news. But then again, any news is better than no news. Even bad news is better than no news. I don't know, fake news is just as bad. But anyways, back to the topic again. Back to the topic. Yes, we're probably going to see more future with Final Fantasy 15 DLC. First of all, we have been doing the surveys. At least most of us who's played Final Fantasy 15 and already had it download. It's too late now. The surveys are already submitted and stuff like that. You could only choose one choice, and it gives you multiple choices of what you want. Do Arden's Pass, playable Gentiana, playable Aranea, playable Core, episode Lunafreya, all that other stuff. Now, it could be possible since now Square Enix is facing a lot of backlash due to Square Enix is facing a lot of backlash due to the fact that they're gonna push back episode Ignis until December, so they're probably most likely you're going to get all those DLCs. I think with the survey, the only thing the survey has importance of is what comes out first. Like what comes out as the next DLC, whether it's a free DLC or a story pack or story care package, we don't know. I don't think we're going to be paying for this one. I'm pretty positive that this is going to be a free DLC. I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty positive that this is going to end up being a free DLC. Most likely because of episode Ignis's, backlash for telling fans you got to wait patiently. But we don't know. It's something that even the fan base don't know. Only Square Enix could tell us what's really going on. But I could predict at least. So we're probably going to get all the stuff in the survey. The only thing that's important of the survey is what comes out first. Like, do we want Arden's Past? Do we want Lunafreya, episode Lunafreya? I mean, I personally would like any of them because, well, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I'll play any of them, to be quite honest. And I would like Gentiana, Aranea, and Core be main party characters. I mean, even though you play New Game Plus and they add an extra hard mode like they do, it would make the game a little bit easier. Even though with extra hard mode, any bosses could kill you possibly in 2 hits. If you have Gentiana, Aranea, or Core, since they're already powerful characters as it is, You know, consider and look at Aranea and episode Prompto when you have to fight her in the training, or when you have to go in episode Gladiolus and fight Core. They're really hard characters to beat, you know, as this. So it'd be pretty much be unfair unless they give you big enemies. Let's just say you had to fight, and let's just say you had to fight Ravis, Nox Fleury in his demon form. But, you know, since you're on extra hard mode, if they put it in there, you'll be fighting 4 Iron Giants, you know, alongside with them. It won't be another boss. It'll just be, you know, 4, you know, high-level S-class monsters, you know, or in this case, S-class demons to assist the characters. Like when you fight Ferois, you're probably most likely going to be fighting those big goblin things. Who knows with a high level? Who knows? But it'd be kind of overpowered to have those characters in your level be 102 or up to 120. Because I'm not gonna lie, my level of my character, I put so much time into this game, it is no laughing matter. It's not even a Kefka matter, but no, in all seriousness, I put a lot of hours in this game, so all my characters are at least the highest level you could possibly get into. Like, I think I'm at the highest part of the game. Like, I don't think there's anything else I could possibly do to make the game better. It just is. It is what it is. It exists the way it is. But nonetheless, I'm pretty happy of how all this stuff turns out. But I think we're going to get all of them. And as well, they're probably going to, and I think it's going to be possible for future episode Noctis. I think they say, quote unquote, episode Ignis is the last episode. But we may, if we put enough fan demand, not just only in the comments here, but on Square Enix's Twitter, you know, or Hajime Tabata's Twitter enough, we may be able to get the time skip stuff. And maybe that might be episode Noctis, where Noctis might have to fight every single, you know, every single goddess and whatnot, you know. You know, we may be able to get episode Noctis, and it might be him fighting the Astrals to prove his worth. Or if it could even be possible for a World of Versus. But it won't happen the way Versus 13 happened, because Versus 13 has been scrapped completely. It just probably Noctis talking to Luna Freya in a dream world where Luna Freya is standing in front of the picture of Etro, and you know, Noctis has that conversation, and Noctis fights all the same stuff he fights in the World of Versus, except, you know, it'd just be Noctis without his brothers, most likely, just to prove his worth. He'd probably be put into a sleep of World of Versus. Everything will play kind of like Versus, except Stella wouldn't be no more of a character, so it'd be Luna Freya. You know, Ravis would try to seek revenge against Noctis, and that'd probably be one of the biggest battles in there. As well as the battle with Insomnia would have Noctis involved in this. So Noctis will be fighting Idolus as well. Who knows? And we may get to see a messenger version of Ifrit. We may even get to see a messenger version of Ifrit. Even though I just found out that Gentiana was not really Shiva. What it is Gentiana gave her body to Shiva to house her new host, because the real Shiva died from the Niflheim Empire. But nonetheless, that's just another facts I just, you know, recently learned. But, you know, it could be possible we could see new possibilities with episode Noctis. I mean, the combat's going to be just like it is with Chapter 13, except Noctis will have all his royal arms, of course. But I'm pretty sure he would have new abilities, because at this point, this is his train to become the Ascended King. So, the World of Versus would continue with him without his brothers, and pretty much I could see you playing half of the beginning story mode. You know, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 3-hour DLC. At most. This is most likely going to be a 3-hour DLC. Like, okay, episode Gladiolus and episode Prompto were 2 hour apiece. And I'm pretty sure episode Ignis is going to be 2 hours. even with its mini games and time attack modes and all that stuff. Episode Noctis might be in between the time skip. And I think we're probably going to get the free DLC before that, just like they did with the episode Gladiolus. We might actually get a creative free DLC with an update that causes it so you had to play Gladiolus, Prompto, or Ignis. Any one of those as leaders in the chapter 14 time skip to see what they did during the Noctis's stasis. But, I think episode Noctis would be Noctis in his stasis of how he gets the power. He has to take the trials of the world of Versus, at least what they could do with it. Face all the Astrals in that world, defeat Idolus in that world, and art in that world, bring prosperity into that world, and then he comes back with the complete king's power. Of course, he still has to train his life, of course. But I think to go in course with that DLC, I think it's possible we're going to be getting a time skip, and maybe a time skip Iris in the time skip chapter 14. So we can see what happened during the times. Also, possibly a cutscene where Idolus faces off with Arden at the final time and Arden beats him permanently. So, may the crystal be with you, and you guys have a nice day. Let me know in the comments what you would like in the new Final Fantasy 15 DLCs.